The door that slams shut today can become the entrance to your greatest rise. In a culture that treats no as the end of the road, there is a quieter tradition that treats no as the beginning. It is the tradition of the Stoics, and it echoes through the writings of Marcus Aurelius. In that tradition, rejection is not a verdict. It is a teacher. It is a compass. It is the universe removing a distraction so that a person can find a better path. The discovery is simple and startling. Every refusal can be refined into momentum. Every dismissal can be shaped into strength. Consider the first move in this discipline. When indifference arrives and a person is ignored, the impulse is to chase. The Stoic reframes that impulse. Ignoring those who ignore is not petty. It is a declaration of self-respect. It is the mirror held up to another's silence, reflecting it without anger. The individual returns their attention to what enriches life: books, training, skills, friendship. The sting may still be present, yet it becomes fuel for building a fortress of self-respect. Their value does not shrink because another cannot see it. Their time is not spent persuading the indifferent. It is invested in becoming. The second discovery is calm. Rejection awakens emotion, but Stoicism elevates response. Calmness is not the burial of feeling, it is mastery. When someone brushes past, the Stoic asks a different question. Why does this trouble me? What part of this pain is my own insecurity asking to be healed? With that insight, the reaction changes. Politeness remains, kindness remains, expectations do not. The person reaches out only if they can do so with genuine concern rather than a plea for validation. In that space, power returns, for power lies in response rather than approval. The third move is detachment, not denial, not pretending it did not hurt. Acknowledgement comes first, then a quiet shift in perspective. Rejection is not a wall, it is a detour sign. New paths appear when the eyes lift. A challenging book widens thought. A difficult sport tests limits. Serving a community reframes a private wound in the light of shared human need. Each experience becomes a stepping stone rather than a distraction. And with it comes a circle of positivity. People who uplift, conversations that inspire, goals that breathe. In that circle, the self is rediscovered rather than diminished. Now, the story intensifies. Rejection does not only ask for endurance, it invites demonstration. Overlooked in a meeting, sidelined for a role. The Stoic breathes, then builds. A project that highlights skill is begun. A new initiative is led. What others missed becomes a stage for quiet excellence. Here the proverb lives: when one door closes, another opens. The closed door is not proof of lesser worth. It is a redirection to alignment. Strengths are reassessed, passions are realigned. Setback becomes set up for comeback, not a painted smile. A full experience felt, understood, and then placed in service of action. Silence follows as a strategic tool, not to manipulate, to restore. No contact is not cruelty. It is a boundary. In a world that demands instant replies, choosing silence says the center cannot be shaken by external noise. Silence gives room for reflection. It becomes a reset that returns a person to clarity and purpose. It reminds them that worth is not a vote, it is a fact. Their life continues, their goals continue, their peace remains. Then comes the quiet triumph known as proving them wrong without a single announcement. Not against another person, for the self. If the label is uncreative, a project of surprising imagination appears. If the label is uncommitted, the calendar fills with consistent practice. This is not theatre. This is the steady construction of competence. In time, the narrative bends because the evidence is undeniable. More importantly, the self-image transforms. The individual no longer seeks correction from the doubter. They find confirmation in their own growth. Joy enters the frame as a deliberate strategy. Rejection invites isolation. The Stoic invites life. The person steps outside to explore the new. A hobby rekindled, a craft learned, a path hiked with friends who value shared experience. Laughter becomes medicine and message. The message is simple. A person is more than a single slight. They are part of a larger story woven with connection and resilience. The unknown becomes a teacher, a new cuisine, an unfamiliar neighborhood, a different workshop. Each novel moment builds adaptability. Each risk taken adds empathy. The result is a richer life that can absorb rejection and still sing. Social standing is rebuilt from the inside out. This is not a climb for applause, it is a climb toward integrity. Physical fitness strengthens discipline, hobbies sharpen focus, career skills expand impact. Sharing the journey invites community, not followers. Volunteering and networking become threads that tie growth to contribution. This is where Stoic thought and modern life meet. Personal excellence and the greater good intertwine. The intention remains pure. It is not to be seen. It is to see oneself grow and to lift others as that growth occurs. Boundary work returns with a decisive line. When someone persists in disregard, the strongest reply is often neutrality. The person acts as if the source of indifference does not exist within their inner circle. In public spaces, attention is redirected to those who value presence. At required intersections, professionalism is maintained, brief, clear. Without emotional depth, there is no drama because there is no stage. If disregard continues, the person walks away. Not in defeat, in wisdom. Energy is better spent on people and pursuits that return joy and growth. Silence appears again, now as a form of dignified restraint. It is not the cold shoulder, it is the warm choice to avoid manipulation and revenge. The Stoic uses silence to listen inward. What hurts? What can be learned? Which virtue calls for practice? Temperance, patience, courage. Silence in this form is constructive. It builds character. It aligns response with principle. It keeps composure when agitation would be easier. In that silence, serenity returns. Then comes a rule that feels small yet changes everything. Do not beg for attention. Self-esteem cannot swing like a pendulum, hung from someone else's notice. A person builds a life filled with their own pursuits, their own passions, their own measures of progress. The need for outside validation fades as inner sufficiency grows. Confidence becomes the byproduct of action, rather than the prize of applause. The result is a presence that attracts without reaching and stands without asking. Kindness remains, distance is added. Even when ignored, the Stoic offers a courteous greeting, a gentle word, a simple wish for good. The gift is given with no expectation of return. Emotional boundaries are kept intact. The understanding is clear. One can control action, not outcomes. This is not a wall around the heart. It is a line that protects inner peace. Kindness without attachment becomes strength. It shows respect for the self and for the other. It keeps dignity intact while preventing harm. Finally, the lesson of composure under pressure. Do not reveal the struggle to those who would misuse it. This is not denial. It is discipline. Feelings are acknowledged in private. Responses are chosen in alignment with values. Life continues with vigor. Work proceeds with determination. The steady demeanor is not a performance for an audience. It is a mirror held up to the self that says, I am guided by principle, not by noise. In that mirror, resilience becomes visible. Integrity becomes visible. Stability becomes visible. Across these 13 practices, a pattern emerges. Ignore the noise to honor self-respect. Master emotion to reclaim power. Detach to rediscover direction. Demonstrate value to transform oversight into opportunity. Choose silence to reset. Build skill to rewrite the story within. Seek joy to strengthen resilience. Grow social standing through contribution and craft. Maintain boundaries with neutrality and grace. Use silence as a sanctuary for wisdom. Refuse to beg for what inner work can provide. Be kind while guarding the heart, and hold composure as the ultimate proof of inner strength. This is not theory drifting above real life. It is practical, it is applicable. It is the Stoic art in modern form. Marcus Aurelius pointed towards it in a world far older than ours. The signal still reaches us. Control what can be controlled. Let go of what cannot. Turn each no into a lesson. Turn each slight into a stepping stone. Rejection will come again. It will knock at the door like a storm in the night. And when it does, a person trained in these practices does not collapse. They stand, they learn, they redirect, they rise. The door that once slammed shut becomes the entrance they were meant to find all along. In that passage, strength is not borrowed, it is earned. In that passage, the hidden yes is revealed.